In this tutorial, we're going over clamshells and another progression of this exercise, which would be more advanced. So using a band, you're pushing your knee up against the band and working to keep your hips stable. Keep the top foot stacked on the bottom foot, and you're just pivoting off that bottom foot. So my chest is angled forward a little bit to help stabilize my body from the top down. Pull your knees back as far as what feels comfortable and as far as what feels like it's working. Avoid lifting the knees so far that your hips start to rotate. So you don't need a band, but it does work a bit better with a band. So avoid this. As long as your hips are stable, you're going to be able to isolate the glute. So using your core and your belly, you should also be lifting your belly in and up as you tilt your hips forward and drive your hips forward. So we're tucking the glutes underneath each time. Now, if you're good with this, you can do this from your elbow. This is a glute side plank. And you want lots of forward and back movement when you're doing this. So if you are having trouble holding yourself there, you might find that your shoulder is kind of caving in. We want to be able to pull that shoulder back and push yourself away and stabilize as you drive your hips forward and back. If you find that is too difficult, then you can move on to a higher surface like a bench or a smaller stool. So just make sure you're doing a lot of forward and back, tucking those hips and squeezing those glutes every time, holding for a good 2-3 count. So this bench is a little bit high. You can move to something lower. And if you find that it's still too difficult to do and hold yourself and support yourself, you can actually just basically lay right onto the bench, putting your armpit on the bench and basically hugging the corner with your arm and your armpit. Lots of forward and back. Don't sit all the way down. Slight touch of a butt, and then drive those hips forward, holding for a good 3 count.